Well, in impulse movement, moving further, I take this example. It's an example first. Ball comes in this direction, goes in this way, right? And angle of striking is suppose alpha, and after rebound it goes with beta with the vertical. Okay, now the velocity by which it comes, suppose it is u. Got it? I call this x-axis, this y-axis. Let me show you this x and this y-axis, right? Now I'm going with velocity v. Got it? Alpha, this is also alpha, this is u cos alpha, this is u sin alpha, right? Now this is what v cos beta, and this is v sin beta. Now look in x direction, there is no force, so there must not be any change in momentum. Means px final is equal to px initial. Means mv sin beta is equal to mu sin alpha. This finally gives us, look here carefully, this finally gives us v sin beta is equal to u sin alpha. Question number 1. Now equation 2, in this direction there is force. I told you here, I should explain it. When ball comes here, then contact point is here, force working on ball for short duration, impulsive force, that changes its momentum along the normal. Remember, the momentum is changed only along the normal, not along this tangential axis or x-axis. Got it? So along this axis the momentum was conserved. Now, not going in much details about momentum, but we define E. I told you that E is defined relative velocity of separation upon relative velocity of approach. And I told you that this definition is not perfect. I'll add something. I'll write along normal. Here also along normal. Actually this normal, I later on change my definition. That is, normal is called line of collision or line of impact. I simply write line of LOC, line of collision or line of impact. Got it? So this definition of E becomes relative velocity of separation v cos beta upon u cos alpha. Then v cos beta is equal to EU cos alpha. Second equation. First was v sin alpha, v sin beta, u sin alpha. Okay. From these two equations we can calculate the value of E. V dividing 1 by 2 v sin beta upon v cos beta, u sin alpha upon EU cos alpha. What it this becomes, you cancel tan alpha, this is tan beta. Tan beta is equal to tan alpha by E. This result is many times used. And now last step I write E is equal to 10 alpha by 10 beta. Definitely E between 1 to 2 the beta will be greater. 0 to 1, sorry. Fine. Now let's take an example. Let me see if I've done